She comes home to silence, not because no one wanted her, but because she chose peace over noise. The world assumes she is lonely, yet no one asks how lonely she once felt while lying beside someone who never truly saw her. Her nights are quiet, but her heart carries stories powerful enough to shake entire lives. She learned early that being alone can be safer than being misunderstood. Society watches her closely, ready to label her, fix her, or pity her. What they fail to see is the strength it takes to sit with yourself and not run away. This is not a story of absence. It is a story of survival, courage, and quiet truth. There are women who live alone not because they failed at love, not because no one chose them, but because life taught them difficult truths. Truths about compromise that costs your soul. Truths about relationships that drain more than they give. Truths about staying silent just to keep the peace. Yet society asks, "What's wrong with her?" instead of asking, "What did she endure?" This is the emotional, social, and deeply human truth of women who live alone. Not from judgment, not from fear, but from understanding. If you have ever been such a woman, known one, or misunderstood one, stay with this story. It may change how you see strength forever. 1. The choice the world doesn't understand. Most women who live alone did not begin life wanting solitude. They wanted love, partnership, safety, shared dreams. But somewhere along the way, they realized something painful. Being with the wrong person can make you feel more alone than being by yourself. So when a woman chooses to live alone, it is rarely impulsive. It is usually the result of years of emotional exhaustion, of giving too much and receiving too little. Society teaches women that their value is measured by who stands beside them, a husband, a partner, a man. So when a woman stands alone, people assume something is missing. But what if what's missing is suffering? Living alone requires courage. It means facing nights without distraction, making decisions alone, carrying responsibility without backup, choosing self-respect over social approval. This choice is not weakness, it is awareness. 2. Strength in silence and the weight of judgment. Being alone does not mean being weak, yet the world often treats it as if it does. People whisper. They glance with curiosity or pity. They assume her life is incomplete. What they do not see are the quiet battles she fights every day, battles invisible yet heavy enough to break those who have never faced them. She walks through life carrying layers of judgment. Why are you still alone? When will you settle down? Don't you get lonely? Each question reminds her that society measures her worth in relation to someone else. Her nights can be the hardest. The silence sometimes amplifies memories of broken promises, drained love, or betrayal. She has learned a painful truth. Sometimes the people who claim to love you are the ones who take the most from you. After years of giving pieces of herself to be accepted, she learned something unshakable. Her heart is hers, to protect first. Yet, living alone also brings extraordinary freedom. She chooses her own space, her own routines, her own peace. She finds joy in simple moments, a cup of tea at sunrise, the quiet hum of a home that is truly hers, laughter with friends who genuinely see her. Her strength is not loud. It is deep, steady, and unwavering. She becomes a mirror for others, proof that happiness is not defined by companionship alone. Self-worth is not given. It is claimed. Peace is not found in someone else's arms. It is cultivated within. A woman who chooses to live alone is not incomplete. Her strength shines because she had the courage to stand when it was easier to bend. 3. The transformation. Only solitude can teach. Living alone changes a woman in ways few can understand. At first, the quiet can feel heavy, even painfully lonely. In stillness, fears echo louder than expected. But slowly, solitude begins to teach profound lessons. Patience, self-love, the power of her own voice. She discovers that happiness does not come from approval, not from a hand to hold, not from a heart beside hers. It comes from the warmth she cultivates within herself. Every morning she rises for herself, and that strength radiates in ways no one can take away. Her relationships shift. She chooses people who add value, who bring light, who respect boundaries. She no longer sacrifices peace for acceptance. Others feel her presence differently now. A woman who has nurtured herself in silence carries a calm, steady power that draws authenticity toward her. And the greatest transformation is unseen. The voice that once whispered, "You are not enough," is replaced with truth. She always was enough. She does not need validation. She does not need rescue. She needed courage. Living alone is not a sentence. It is a rebirth. It is the quiet mastery of self. 4. Embracing the strength within. If you have ever doubted a woman who lives alone, look again. See not what she lacks, but what she carries. She carries courage most will never know, wisdom forged in silence, a heart that has loved, lost, and healed itself. There is dignity in her life. Every boundary she sets is self-respect. Every decision she makes is self-honor. Every day alone is a choice of peace over chaos. Being alone does not make her lonely. It makes her whole. It makes her strong. It allows her to nurture herself in ways others cannot. Her solitude is not emptiness. It is sanctuary. It is a classroom. It is a garden where her soul grows resilient and free. She reminds us that life is not about fitting into expectations. It is about knowing your worth, protecting your heart, and walking your path, even if it is walked alone. Being a woman who lives alone is not punishment. It is not failure. It is a choice born from life's lessons and the courage to honor one's own soul. Peace is earned in silence. Joy is cultivated in solitude. Love begins within. If you ever question your worth or your path, remember, you are enough. Your life is enough. Your solitude can be a gift. Your heart can be full, even without a partner. Before you leave, pause for a moment and let this truth settle in your heart. A woman who walks alone is not lost. She is not broken. She is not waiting to be completed. She is choosing peace over chaos, self-respect over approval, truth over comfort. Her silence is not emptiness, it is healing. Her solitude is not punishment, it is protection. Her independence is not rejection, it is awakening. If you see a woman standing alone, do not pity her. Recognize the battles she survived. Respect the boundaries she built. Honor the strength she carries quietly. And if you are that woman, know this: you did not lose love. You did not fail at life. You did not become less. You became free. You became whole. You became yourself. Walk your path without apology. Protect your peace without guilt. Choose yourself without fear, because the strongest hearts are not the ones that never broke. They are the ones that rebuilt themselves in silence. If this message spoke to you, carry it forward. Someone else may need this courage today. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And reflect on this. What has walking your path alone taught you? Today, you finally listened. If you're ready to choose peace, comment, "I choose myself." Like this video if you're done questioning your sensitivity. Subscribe if you want reminders that love should feel safe, steady, and whole, not something you recover from. You're not late, you're right on time.